Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stogie Review. And for this review, I'm doing the new Camacho Diploma 11 by 18. In late 2013, Davidoff, who had acquired Camacho several years before, had decided to rebrand the Camacho line. They got rid of several of the other cigar lines that didn't sell as well, like the SLR, which was one of my absolute favorite lines of the Camacho brand. Also got rid of the 10th anniversary, and they also got rid of, I believe it was a Collier, if I remember right. But they kept the Corojo Maduro, Triple Maduro, the Diploma, Connecticut, and the Criollo, which used to be called the Havana line. Now, all of those were reblended except for the Connecticut and the Triple Maduro, which got a lot of people riled up because the Camacho original authentic Corojo was what used to be their thing that they really hung their hat on, was authentic Corojo, was basically reblended and taken out. So in the Diploma, which is what we're reviewing today, was basically the pinnacle of that authentic Corojo leaf. And it used to come from the fifth priming of the Corojo plant that Camacho grew in their farm in Honduras. And it was the fifth priming because it settled on the plant a lot longer and got more nutrients, more sun. It made a richer, fuller Corojo leaf. And that at that time, that Diploma was an authentic Corojo Puro. So the wrapper, binder, and filler were all the authentic Corojo. This one's a little bit different. This one has the Corojo wrapper binder, but the filler is a mix of Honduran Corojo and Dominican tobacco itself. So a lot of people, like I said, didn't take too kind to that when they first heard it. But I've recently been smoking through the line, and the one that surprised me the most was actually the Diploma. Now, as one that I still have original Diplomas from way back in the day, from the late 90s, early 2000s, when they basically had just a single little small thin band around it, brown band, and it just said Diploma in like block lettering. It was very basic. You didn't even know it came from Camacho unless you knew the Diploma cigar from, originally was from Camacho. Nothing on it said Camacho except on the box itself, which is kind of a weird trapezoidal box. It's kind of weird looking, but it was cool in its own right. But nonetheless, it didn't have much to it. Then it developed into the more elaborate band, like the regular Corojo cigar, but had Diploma written on the side of it. So anyway, it kind of got a little bit more confusing, to be honest, because you can look at it, you have to read the side of the label to see which one you got. But nonetheless, it was a great cigar. It was probably one of my favorite cigars of all time. I really, really loved that. So when I heard they had reblended the Diploma, I didn't know how to take that either. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad, but why screw with something that was already, most people thought was perfect? So anyway, what we're going to do now is basically what I consider one of the classic sizes of really from Camacho. It's 11 by 11/18, and what that is a perfecto, and it's a 6 by 54. And as you can see, it gets basically, it's kind of normal size, bulges out a little bit, then gets really narrow at the foot, and it's a really cool size. And I've always enjoyed the smoke of these cigars. Something about it just made the blend pop in most of the Camacho lines. So when I saw the Diploma in this, I definitely had to try this one and get this for the review. So, but on that note, this will be the first 11/18 that I've tried in the Diploma. I've smoked this in Arbusto, but not the 11/18. So we'll see how it goes. But as you can see, one of the things they did, they got a ginormous, just massive label on this thing, which It's cool. You see the scorpion right there that's now in all the packaging, which I think that's freaking cool. I think it's a cool looking little emblem that they got. But I can't stand these ginormous bands. I mean, I like just small, easy, classic bands or whatever. And then they got a foot band on here too, and it says infamous since 1962, which is when Mr. Camacho left Cuba and came over to Honduras and started growing his tobacco and creating cigars. Anyway, it actually looks like this wrapper's darker to me than the other diplomas. But anyway, it's pretty looking stick here. Let me take the foot band off this thing. Hopefully it won't be too much of a pain in the ass to do this. No, it's not. Good. There we go. You'll see a little bit better how it tapers there too. One cigar. Look at it. See if it'll focus in on that. Okay, maybe not. That's irritating. Cap here. Good looking cigar. Let me cut this thing here. Now, the diploma, if I remember right, comes in a Churchill, the 1118, a 6x60 Toro, and a Robusto, if I remember correctly. Pretty much your typical sizes, except for the 1118. I mean, it has such a rich flavor on the cold draw. Not that it even matters, but it's pretty damn tasty. I mean, real rich earthiness, woodiness, and almost raisiny qualities to it. Dried fruit quality. I mean, it's really, really good. It's nice. The draw is really good too. Perfect draw. That milkshake draw that I always talk about. It's really, really good. Let me go ahead and light this thing up here. Somebody has turned up my flame because this is a huge flame. Touch it right there. It has a nice leatheriness to it right out of the gate. It's got a leatheriness and a pepper note that really strikes you right at the very beginning. There is a woody backbone to it, but I get a lot of leather and pepper right off the bat. There's also a little hint of sweetness to it, but there's another spice in there along with that black pepper that I'm trying to figure out what that flavor is. It's something a little unique, quite tasty. Yes, it's kind of a unique black pepper too, because usually when you get that black pepper note, you get a tingling in the back of your throat with that black pepper, but this is like spread throughout the palate. It almost goes like a wave for the from your mouth all the way to the back of your palate. It's pretty cool, actually. But I'm getting that nice, rich leather cedar note along with that black pepper, and I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting a hint of sweetness, but there's a spice in there too that I can't pinpoint just yet. So anyway, let me go ahead. I'm gonna smoke this at a halfway point, and I'll be back to let you know how it is. See you in a second. Somebody, I'm back. About to the beginning of this gargantuan band here. See, this ash is like really flowery, just crazy, crazy ash. But nonetheless, the flavors are really good. I really like the new blend of the Diploma. It's really rich. It's a little bit milder than I expected. It's still full bodied, but it has such a rich flavor profile of like leatherness, the cedar, that pepper spice, which the pepper has died down, but I still get it in the back of the palate, but it's just a slight little tingle. The sweetness kind of ramped up a little bit, but it's not. It's really still not even a main note. It's kind of an accent to the rest of them, kind of tying the other flavors together. But it also developed a nice butteriness to it that was kind of smoothed it all out. It's been quite good. So anyway, I want to take this massive band off this thing, and I'll finish it up, and I'll give you my final impressions in a second. Everybody, I'm back. I'm not exactly to the end yet, but I'm kind of having to shoot this a little bit sooner than I wanted to. We have some pretty severe weather coming into South Mississippi right now, tornadoes in the area and whatnot, and really that doesn't really stop me from cigar smoking, but all the rain was going to start making the cigar too humid to smoke. It's going to mess it up. So I want to go ahead and get to the end of it before the weather starts affecting the smoking of the cigar. Basically, the end of the cigar, it got a little bit more bitter. Sweetness is gone. It does have that leather note still. It's got a real strong cedar note to it. The spice is coming back a little bit more, but no sweetness whatsoever. The butteriness that I got in the center of the cigar is pretty much gone, and it's picking up a little more bitterness. With that said, I really do like this new blended Diploma. Now, I had this one, and I've had the Robusto size. I actually think I like it better in the Robusto size. It just seemed a little bit more richer to me than in the 1118 size, but they're both really good. I really like this new blend. I mean, I was a huge fan of the original Diploma, but, and I'm going to get hate mail for this, I actually think I like the new blend better than the original blend of the Diploma. You know, to each their own, but I do. I actually think I like this version better. And you'll probably hear now this torrential downpour in the background. But anyway, I mean, it's just an enjoyable cigar. I think Camacho did, a really good job with the new blend. So people that are giving them a lot of shit for, reblending it or whatever, just go try it before you start mouthing off or whatever. Because if you haven't had it and you're already mouthing off about it, you're just talking out your ass anyway. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good cigar. A really enjoyable cigar. I don't know. It kind of seems a little bit smoother to me than the original one. I don't know. I don't know how to really explain it. But anyway, I'm not going to go too much into the old version compared to how it is now. I believe it was Walt did a review of the original Diploma on Stogie Review back in, oh my God, it was several years ago. Anyway, I'm gonna go and link that into the written portion of this review, so you can go watch that one and then compare it with this one, and you can kind of form your own opinion, whatever. But I definitely think you should go give this one a try. To me, it's box worthy. I mean, I want to buy a box of them, but I'll probably buy a box of the Robustos because I don't know, I kind of like that one better, which is odd because usually to me the 1118 is kind of like, I don't know. But I think Camacho, I think the 1118 size. But nonetheless, I prefer the Robusto. It's really good. So check these out. They're really an excellent cigar. Camacho did a really good job at this. So anyway, you'll probably be seeing some more of the different blends coming up. I definitely will be doing the Corojo. The only one that I haven't had yet is the new Corojo Maduro. So we'll check that out, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The SLR was one of my absolute favorite Camachos that they had in any of the lines, besides the original authentic Corojo cigar. I really loved it. So I don't know. Well, maybe the new Corojo Maduro is kind of like the old one was, but we'll see how it goes. But that probably you could see that one coming up in the next month or two. We kind of go with this one, and we'll compare those two. So on that note, check this one out. You're not going to be disappointed.